Meghan Markle, you can understand why she's possibly more worried than ever over this latest revelation. But it's all concerning. Well, you know what it's like in Hollywood? It's about your standing. How do you appear to the people around you? The socialites, the stars, and more importantly, of course, the movie bosses who you hope may just hire you. So what's making Meghan, allegedly, so paranoid right now? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of Yorkshire today. That's a true Yorkshire wall behind me here. A true Yorkshire stone, been up over 100 years apparently. No, I wasn't here when they built it, before you ask. No, I'm just giving you a bit of history. These walls, have you noticed, unlike modern day stuff, they never fall down, do they? They're still here. The Victorians or whatever, 100 plus years ago, they certainly knew how to make things last. Of course they did. You agree with me, aren't you? Now, this particular story, breaking out, of course, if you think about it with Meghan Markle, she's not had the very best of times, has she? It's one book after another. First we had Tom Bowers, and then we had her, of course, featuring in the Palace Papers, and then we've got Valentine Lowe. Now, Valentine Lowe, a lot of people have been asking me, what connection does he have? Well, he was the man who, of course, originally broke the stories about the alleged bullying within Kensington Palace from Meghan Markle. It's all escalated, of course, because when he put that particular story in the Times newspaper, which is a very esteemed newspaper over here in England, one thought that people would start to say, well, she's going to sue them. Nothing. Very strange indeed, as I'm sure you will imagine. And then, of course, he was working on his book, but he was beaten to it by Mr. Tom Bower, Revenge. And that really detailed some rather unsavoury details. Again, many people suspected that Meghan would reach out to her litigation team over here in the United Kingdom and, take them to court. We also told you that, Meghan had decided that she didn't really want to go down this particular route because she felt that it was giving oxygen to those particular publications and, more importantly, giving them, more publicity. They didn't really need that much publicity, did they? Because Tom Bower's book has been at #1 for weeks on end, making him one of the biggest selling authors of 2022, and very rich into the bargain, I might point out also. Good luck to him though. Valentine Lowe's book is about to be released, and apparently Meghan is totally across this book. As ever though, let me explain the reasons why. Now, the biggest problem for Meghan Markle is simply this, because as we've told you, and it's been told to me by a very good source, everybody upon everybody has now read those books, particularly the Revenge book by Tom Bower. It's even been told to me that the fragrant Carol Middleton has cast her eyes over Revenge. And why wouldn't she, of course? You'd want to warn your daughter exactly what you possibly could be dealing with. And as ever, all of these things are allegedly. But what's interesting now, according to a very good source out in Montecito, is that Meghan's becoming, shall we say, slightly concerned, worried, depressed, paranoid, some might say, that her neighbours and, of course, the people that she really truly needs to impress may decide to read these books and, of course, not just read them, but start to believe the endless stories that have been repeated and, of course, regurgitated, much to her dismay. Now, you can understand that that's going to be a problem. And for all of her friends that say, we didn't read the book, trust me, they're all reading the book. And for Meghan now, you can understand how difficult this must be, because when she meets her friends for coffee and sits down, she must be pondering, do they know or do they believe these particular stories? Now, as we know, and we've told you before, it looks like Harry and Meghan are casting their eye to move a little bit further out from Montecito Valley and to somewhere a little bit quieter, a smaller enclave. Now, the reason apparently behind that is simply to do with the fact that they may also be wanting to reduce the size of their home and, more importantly, pull some cash back. As we know, Harry and Meghan are looking for options to make even more cash, and seemingly with the brand new picture of our King Charles, alongside Camilla, and of course the brand new Prince and Princess of Wales, nothing more says something like you're out, you're on your own, and it's up to you to make your own money. But with books like this swirling around the ether, how much longer can Harry and Meghan push forward with their brand, shall we say, of empathy, compatibility and compassion? According to Meghan, she feels that many people won't be taking it seriously. But with millions buying these books around the world, how much longer can she truly say that? And that really would be something to be rather paranoid about. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.